I I am not gonna get nervous.
All right.
Yeah.
Good morning,
But
guys. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Me and Savagemine here for a morning episode of Caffeine and Crypto. The randomness and tangent shall begin. Hope everybody's doing good. Savage, you doing good this morning? What you drinking?
I am. I'm drinking coffee and a little bit of. I buy these the creamer. That my coffee, I can't. Everybody always makes fun of me, but I can't really drink like black coffee. You know, I have to have some
Yeah,
sweetener,
right.
a little bit. And I tell you, I used to. Man, I was really bad. I used to, like in a cup like this, there would probably be about that much sugar in the bottom. Not even lying. I mean, it would literally have to taste like caramel for me to even drink.
Oh man, do you want some coffee with your sugar?
Exactly, that's what people used to always say. But I found this Snickers like candy bar, creamer. I think it's I want to say it's by Nestle or something probably. And that seems to work pretty good to kind of give it a little bit of a sweetness. But it's just regular old Folgers classic roast coffee, in a.
I don't know if I get demonetized for singing a song. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. That's
nothing.
old school. That's old school.
That's back when commercials were really commercials.
Yeah, showing my age, I guess. Oh,
Yeah.
turn him up. Thank you, Mykel. Appreciate it. Thank you for the audio checks. All right, turning Savage up.
Turn Savage up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, whatever, Mykel. You're with us. You're in my age group. I don't want to hear it.
Do I need to do something on my end?
No, that was me. I turned you up in OBS.
All right, cool.
So,
Man,
This-
we got. Oh, hey, I forgot to.
What?
Did you see my message about Dan the Dane? He's giving away 1,000 Raven today.
oh yeah, you want to give 1,000 Raven on the stream?
Yeah, sure. If we can do it, I messaged you. I didn't know if you saw it or not. But anyway,
I saw it. I saw it.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat over here real quick.
Yeah, we got Savage in here. Max Voltage came over. How was poker last night? Sarf Meta, Dan the Dane,
We
of
played-
course.
We played for 3 hours, more
Really?
than 3 hours. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I got like, I think it was one. I think Dan went all in right in front of me before I even acted, and I had aces, and he went all in for like 33,000 or 36,000 or something like that, and so of course I went all in. Then I think I got 2 callers behind me or something, and it was nuts. So I ended up winning, which was odd because normally you get aces cracked whenever there's 4 other players, but
Dan says he got his butt whooped, so I'm looking forward to. I mean, the Aeon poker tournament's coming up this upcoming Saturday. It's
Yeah.
gonna be at 3 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. But actually, my goal is to, at least as far as placement, be above you and Red Panda. But specifically, I'm going after Yashnik, and I know I'm probably gonna lose, but I'm going after Yashnik because he took my chips. Him and Lifer have been like my chip takers.
Yep. I like how they're doing the bounties and stuff too. So that's going to be really cool.
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and talk about that. I'm going to go ahead and bring up that document. I'm sure everybody that's in the stream right now already knows about it, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it up and link it in the chat as soon as I can find it.
I can probably get it pretty quick here too.
I got it for us. All right. Yeah, the Aeon Community Invitational Poker Tournament. It's on the 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, and 12 p.m. Pacific. And there's a bunch of prize pools. Savagemine and a number of others covered it. I'm just going to link to it in the description because I don't want to take up too much of the time of this stream because we have covered it in great detail. At least I know a number of people in the community. But I look forward to it. Looks fun. Oh, we got some more people on the bounty list.
Yep.
Yeah, Fold'em 512 and Mindful Staking. I knew Crypto Mykel was in there.
Yep.
Which is people are gonna go all in just to draw them out. So
No doubt. And the cool thing about this one though is that there's no rebuy, so you can't really. You gotta be really
strategic.
You gotta
Yeah.
be really specific, you know, and careful, because you can't just get right back in there like our charity ones, at least for the 30 minutes, you know, first 30 minutes or whatever. So yeah, it should be really fun.
Well, I'm not sure how you guys' week was in in crypto, but last night Bitcoin kind of started pulling back. It was nice. It went all the way down to like 11. What was it? 11. Let me open up Brave here. 11.3, and I actually jumped on Cash App and bought a little bit more into that. And I have a whole bunch of stuff on my freaking Brave browser that I need to get rid of. But yeah, and we're on the 1 hour right now. Look at that. Went all the way down to 11.3. I bought right around this range, and then it picked back up. Now, unfortunately, and I'm not a financial advisor, unfortunately, the way things are looking and the way the market's looking, we may come down a little bit more before we go back up, but we're already going back up, so I could be wrong on that. So don't take my word for it. Just wanted to say, last night Bitcoin went down. It brought some of the alts down with us. What is it, Coin360 you guys like to use?
Yeah.
Brought some of the altcoins down.
I don't know exactly how, you know, because all these aggregators take information from different sources, so
right,
you know, it'll show different data on both. So I don't know which one everybody else prefers, but this one works good for streams because it's like a heat map kind of thing. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, one of the topics that I have is concerning, you know, Link is on the Ethereum network, Algo's on the Ethereum network. There's so many coins on the Ethereum network, which is just driving the price up. When at the beginning stages, when Ethereum was pumping, I think I tried to do Uniswap into another token, and the fees were $10. I'm not sure what the fees are now, but it's just ridiculous. So we got different projects like Algorand, ADA, people, you know, saying, hey, we need to move these projects from the DeFi space over onto Algorand or ADA. And Savage and I were talking pre-stream that if they did move, would they have the capability? Because what did you say, Savage? If they move like a quarter or a third?
Yeah, I mean, look at how long Ethereum has been around, and how much network there is, right? Like
right. How much time they had to build up that network and infrastructure.
And infrastructure, yes, it's got scaling issues. We all know that. But if you take, like, I don't know that much about these other projects, straight up, you know, I just don't. But I mean, if you were to take all of those tokens, or all of that, and try to apply it to a whole other blockchain like Cardano or Algorand, I don't know how it would work. Although I think in this article here they're talking about the rekeying, and the other one was like a smart. What was it had a name in this article here. Hang on a second. I made a note of it. It says, if I can find it.
Well, Algorand, the latest upgrade to Algorand's network shows that the project designed. What does it say?
Fast catch up. So, you know,
right
they
here.
make it, they make it sound like they can, you know, scale this and actually do it, but there's no telling. You know,
I honestly I haven't dove that deep into Algorand or Cardano as much as I would like to. I'm supporters of both of those tokens, especially the staking opportunities, but I just haven't dove too deep into the actual infrastructure to understand if they would be able to. But everybody wants these gas prices for Ethereum to go down. And there's various solutions out there, but which way Ethereum and the community is going to go, it could be a different thing, or it could be anybody's guess, really. But it's very interesting that Algorand's latest upgrade is, you know, looking to bargain inside the DeFi space, because DeFi is blowing up.
Yeah, and that's part of the thing. It kind of bugs me a little bit, because everybody's like throwing that DeFi out there. It's like, a lot of this stuff was already DeFi, but now there's just a term to kind of apply to it. And because DeFi it's a lot of different things. It's not just one thing, right? So there's a lot of different moving parts. There's a lot of different things that you can call DeFi. And I get it. You have to promote your project and all that stuff. I get it. But it's like I don't know what Algorand did before this. I have them on my Blockfolio, and I've been watching the prices and stuff, but I don't know a lot about the project.
Well, I'm going to put some of these articles in the description because I got a comment the other day on one of my videos, which I'm going to try to change up my style, was, don't read it to us. We can read. So some of these articles I'm going to put in the description. I just put that Algorand one in there if you're interested in a good 5-minute read. There's another one. Because of Algorand's move into DeFi space, the price will obviously boost, so people are buying into it, stuff like that.
Yeah, so bring up Algorand's chart on
okay.
or something, so we can kind of take a look at what it did, because that article I think came out on the 19th whenever they were talking about it.
Right. I gotta get rid of some tabs, man. Oh no, you're on my Google. I'm joking.
You're good.
All right, so Algo, we want the BTC chart always, like Mr. Mykel says. So I mean, it had a nice little pump up, right? So that news was on like the 20th or the 20th and the 19th, right? So that news let out, and it's more like buy the news, sell the rumor, or whatever. And it pumped up to 5,600 satoshis, and then now we pulled back, and that's kind of because of Bitcoin pulled back, and now we're pulling back up. So the good thing is a lot of these coins, by the way, are moving with Bitcoin. In the past, when Bitcoin would rise, it would just all the altcoins would dump. And this is what I was talking about a while back. We want the high tide to raise all boats, not just one boat. We want the high tide to just raise all the boats and all the different altcoins to go with it. Now, not quickly, because if we go too quickly, that's what causes our altcoins to dump. But just ever so often, 11.6, 11.8, 12, 12.2, not just a supernatural pump. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. And there's staking opportunities on that. And unfortunately, the DeFi space is growing so much, you guys got to be careful because there's also fake tokens. And they're plaguing the heck out of Uniswap. The growing popularity of Uniswap is continuing to attract scammers with fraudulent coins impersonating token sales for the top crypto projects. Fake, what was one of them? Teller Labs? Hang on, let me look for the right spot.
Yeah, there's Teller Labs. There's been a lot of them, actually. Yeah. That basically, because here's the problem. On this network, on Uniswap, anybody can add an ERC20 token. They can just create something and just add it. So you could add one that has the same name as a legitimate project and then trick people into investing in it. And that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. And people will, there's a couple of people that have been arrested, or projects or people in those projects that have been arrested recently, especially in Korea and the Asia market, selling these tokens and then dipping out and stuff like that. I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but Kala Network has also encountered scammers ahead of its token sale, with the project's website currently hosting a banner saying that there's no official public sale for the Akala tokens, and I could be saying that wrong, I'm sorry, and asking community members to report impersonations, scams to the team. So double check what you're jumping into and make sure, like, everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat, everybody watching, all 11 of you, thank you by the way, does your own research and double checks what they're jumping into before they just dive in. It's the newcomers I'm worried about, and I've been seeing a trend since Bitcoin's rise. Hashraptor the other day just released a really good video, a beginner's guide to mining, which I've been talking to him offline. I would like to release a complimentary video to his, but a lot of beginner miners are coming in, and they're not really properly educated. They may see a video and then just jump in head first, unknowingly into somebody's grasp, especially when it comes to where you store your tokens, which is something that I want to talk about in a future video. But you just, not your keys, not your coin. You guys got to be careful jumping into DeFi projects. I know everybody's looking for the next DeFi pump. Maybe not everybody in this group, but I know a lot of people are, and just trying to make some quick money. Understandable. Just be safe about it, because it's definitely going to cause some issues. And that's actually, something you need to be aware of. Have you ever been dust before, Savage?
I have not.
You never. Okay. I've
Not
been
that-
dusted. I've been dusted on my Litecoin wallet.
I think I remember you posting about that. I don't know if it was on Twitter or what, but I seem to recall you mentioning that.
Dan, what are you talking about? Let's see, thanks, buddy. You might be talking to somebody else. Explain as a valve or development.
Do we need altcoins? Is his question. Dan the Dane says, do we need altcoins?
Yeah. All right. So we can't mine Bitcoin directly, or we can if you have a bunch of ASICs in a big warehouse. Yes, you can have a few ASICs and mine Bitcoin. It's just going to take you a while. So we mine the altcoins as GPU miners, so that way we can convert into Bitcoin. That's 9 out of 10 people. That's what they do. Or we mine altcoin projects because we believe in them. And then one day when they blow up or their project ideas and goals come into fruition, we can sell a portion of that portfolio or something like that. And Dan, I'm not sure why my thing keeps blocking your messages, but I'm sorry. But anyways, going back to the dust attack, my Litecoin wallet was dusted, and basically it's just a way to track the movement of the coins. I believe some Savage says some analysis people do it just to monitor the network and stuff like that. Let me just read a quick thing to you. Let's see here. So dust is expensive to send, but there's a reason why. In Bitcoin parlance, dust is a technical term given to trans amounts of Bitcoin that are considered too small to send in a transaction because the transaction fee would exceed the amount sent. Kind of sounds like Ethereum right now. Typically, dust is no more than a few hundred satoshis, a micro unit of measurement for Bitcoin. Because sending dust is expensive relative to the transaction side, normal Bitcoin users have no reason to transact with dust, but that doesn't mean other entities like bad actors or blockchain researchers don't have a use for it. So if you see like a small microtransaction come into your wallet, that means you've been dusted. Now, you can still move whatever crypto you have in that wallet. The problem is that when you move, because the blockchain is open and you can just go to the Explorer and check it out, is they can actually see if their portion that was sent to you is in that amount and you send that whole entire amount, they can see as it moves along the chain, so to speak. There's a number of different things that the analysts and researchers use it for, but I just thought this was interesting because I've been dusted on my Litecoin. I haven't moved my Litecoin, but I'm sure if I did move my Litecoin at some point in time, whoever dusted me will be able to track that transaction. And that's kind of crappy from a privacy standpoint, but Litecoin is not a privacy coin.
And neither is Bitcoin.
Correct. I mean, I'm still surprised, and I know there's a number of different ways. I'm still surprised that a lot of hackers, ransomware people are using Bitcoin to exploit users when it's not
I think it comes down to potential of, it's almost like, okay, so if you were the hacker and you were hacking somebody, right, or did ransomware or whatever, and you put on there to use privacy coin like swap, like the people are going to be like, what are you talking about, right? Because it's so not that well known, it's obscure. But whenever you say Bitcoin, pretty much everybody knows, or at least has heard the term, right?
Right.
So they would be more likely to potentially procure some Bitcoin
and it's easier to get Bitcoin than it is say Monero or something like that.
Right. Exactly.
Mykel,
that's probably what it is.
Crypto Mykel said QT wallets can scan for dust, so that's interesting. It was on a I think it was on a ledger. No, Konami is where I got dusted. So it's not a QT wallet, but it doesn't really matter. I don't care that they see the Litecoin that I have. I just, because it ain't moving anytime soon.
Yeah, in this article, they actually talked about it wasn't an attack per se, but they used the dust in a lot of wallets to actually send like an advertisement for Bitcoin SV or something, some type of an app for Bitcoin SV. And that happened a while back, I think. So there's all kinds of different things that you could use it for sure. because if it can be analyzed in a way to identify the holder, then you can basically be spammed with it, right? Or you can be targeted based on your identity. You know, they're talking about raising the dust limits so that it prevents that type of attack and stuff.
Which would be nice, but I really don't care for if they did dust me or anything like that. Dana Dane says something. I love few alts, but as a fiat replacement currency, do we need it? Problems with crypto is BTC is hard to get, and who do we call when our mortgage gets hacked? Well,
this is, to me, this is one of those, like, I don't see many of the alts, and I used to say this in the random coin mining show all the time. It's like, because we would always end up on these projects that say that they intend on becoming the next global currency, and I'm like, I'll raise the BS flag right away. I'm like, that ship has sailed. We are no longer talking about currency. That's not what this is about. You know, I mean, yes, the value, you know, can still be sent, but I mean, look at some of the projects that we talk about often on the show. We don't use those as currency, right? I mean, and if you talk to a normie, which I have someone I'm talking to right now that still calls, like, if you bought into Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano or whatever, that they are calling those shares. I'm like, they're not shares, but it actually brings up a good point, because it kind of is, right? I mean, it's you're buying into a at least with regards to most of them other than Ethereum that have like a market or a cap, right, on the maximum supply or the total supply. Then you are kind of buying something that is limited, so it is kind of like a share, I guess, if you just buy it and just hold it and never do anything with it. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, we're way past the currency part of it, in my opinion.
Well, let's see what Riot's doing. So, have you ever heard of Riot Blockchain?
Riot Blockchain, the business?
Let's
That's like they're public, right? Isn't that one of the only ones that are public?
Yeah. So,
hey, what's up, Dig Deep Miner? Good morning. Sorry.
Good morning, bud.
I always try to say hi to people. I'm watching
yeah. I need to do better about keeping up with chat, but no, this know
they distract me all the time.
Yeah, that's last night you were getting distracted a little bit, but it was Fireball Friday, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
So Riot Blockchain is in Castle Rock, Colorado. I'm not sure where all their facilities are, but Riot Blockchain is buying 8,000 additional S9 Pro Antminers from Bitmain Tech Pte. As a publicly traded company looks to compete in the Bitcoin mining scene, getting more difficult by the day. How much does the Mykel would probably know this, but we probably should go check it out. How much does the S9 bring a day?
S19.
S19, excuse me. Where am I going to find this? Let's see here. So Bitcoin. Let's just go over here. Don't they usually have? There it is. Okay. So you could get it to 110 terahash at 3,500 watts. And then those are all the people. By the way, I believe this company right here is the ones that support Red Panda Mining, which is pretty cool.
Miner Bros.
Miner Bros, yeah. So there's the different batches. So, do you own an ASIC, Savage?
No, I don't. I'm all GPU.
I'm all GPU except for the Acorn, but that's an FPGA, not an ASIC, and it's not really that profitable. I think I broke it.
Oh, yeah?
I was talking to Mykel about it, but I'll have a video about that in the future. But yeah.
It looks like Riot is going to have over 15,000 once this is done, right?
Yeah. So Riot Blockchain says it
Yeah.
will have over 15,040 deployed rigs posting 1.4 exahashes per
Yeah.
second. That's
That's sick.
ridiculous.
That's sick.
That is sick, and that's
47 megawatts.
megawatts, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine that in your closet.
Yeah, no doubt. That's serious right there.
Oh man.
So they're not getting those until January. Wow.
Yeah. Early 2021. But everybody's scaling up, because the halving's over, right? And so everybody, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, everybody was waiting for the halving to complete to really estimate and calculate, where the profitability is. How many of this do I need for this? What's my electricity? Yada, yada, yada. Because those people that were buying prior to the halving, whether it's one or two prior, like, damn, I should have waited.
Yep.
And they probably got the old versions too.
We also had to wait to find out what the value of Bitcoin was going to be, at least for a little while.
Yeah, because I think it was unprofitable for most ASICs at the first couple of. Now it could still pull back. Bitcoin could still pull back. It's anybody's guess. Nobody can tell you Bitcoin's going to be X amount, even though people keep making predictions. It's just the common sense part of it is, it's a currency that can't be debased, right? Unlike the US dollar that's getting printed out left and right. You can't make more of it. Like, it's going to be around. The government can't shut it down. And I'm not sure if anybody helps out during what was it? The Egypt situation back in the day, where the government turned off the internet and we turned it back on. And when I mean I'm not going to continue. So we helped out the people of Egypt get back on the internet. And if you're familiar with what happened, then if the government turns it off, we the people can turn it back on. So even if the government did try to stop the network, blockchain, whatever coin it is, we're still going to be able to have it back online and communicating and everything as well. So there's no way that Bitcoin could be shut down. There's no office to go and knock on and be like, hey, you need to stop business. So unfortunately for some products, there is a central authority. So if those products do something wrong, which is why some of them got kicked or arrested for fraudulent activities, you just got to be very careful.
Yeah, and the funny thing about Bitcoin and all the hash rate being in China and all that stuff, those folks over there, they love volatility, and that's why we see it in crypto so much, especially like in Bitcoin. They love it. That's what they thrive on that. Right, that whole volatility, wild swings and stuff, because they make money, both ways. So it's going to continue for quite some time, I think.
Dig Deep Miner says, I have a feeling with Bitmain will be taken over by the Chinese government soon if all the house fighting doesn't end. There has been quite a bit of news that I heard, and I think they try to mitigate that or minimize, the outside visual aspect of it, but it's still apparent that there's some unrest going on over there, and I wish the Chinese people the best.
Yeah.
I hate getting into politics, but back in the day, made in the USA meant something, and it was like a very good quality brand. Like if you got something made in the USA, it meant something. Believe it or not, people look down on Chinese made products, and it's just like, why? Because they're Chinese? Because some of their products are damn good, and some of them are junk, or what do you call it? Not rebranding. My goodness, I don't know why I can't think.
I know what you're trying to think of.
It's just like they got their own technology and then they rebrand it and they make it look like Gucci or whatever. I forgot what do you call that? Seriously, somebody in chat help me out. What do you call that? Counterfeit. Thank you.
Counterfeit.
Couldn't think. Jesus. So some
like
of it is counterfeit products. Yeah, you're rubbing off on me, Savage. But no, Chinese people do make good products now, and especially right now they're going through what many, and they have been going through for a while, kind of their industrial age. And so they're ramping up and they want to become a technology powerhouse, which is why we see a lot of the ASIC manufacturers where? China.
Yeah,
so
sure.
ASIC, a safe investment of China. That's what it stands for, Dan? I didn't know that. That's awesome. A safe investment of China. That's awesome. Yeah. And the Japanese, I still like the Japanese technology as well. A lot of the good capacitors and componentries, SMDs, surface mounted devices come from Japan. And then, you place those on a PCB and you get a good riser, motherboard, GPU, whatever it may be. So, well, we got Red Panda coming up in a little bit, so we got to stretch this out for another half an hour. Oh, man. Don't worry, we got some randomness if we need to. I was trying to do something though because there's only 9 of you guys in here, and I know I told people to come join me. So I'm gonna share it again.
Yeah. I should have done a tweet or something.
You did. You did a retweet. It's all good.
I think I retweeted.
You're not Serpent. You're Savage. You don't need to promote me, bro. But I appreciate it. I'm just a little guy in a big world, and we're just trying to make sure that people are educated. That's the thing. A lot of the people that have a lot of subscribers and a lot of views, they may be good people, but once they start getting sponsorships and stuff like that, this is not pointed at anybody. Please don't take me wrong. And I'm talking about the bigger guys, like mostly in the trading space, not the mining space.
Yeah,
once they start getting, when they get sponsorship, they start to not shill, but promote a product even though that product may not be good. And you got to be very careful as an influencer, because influencers, what was that festival, Fire Festival, you got to be very careful. You promote that and now you got some litigation against you.
Yep.
I watched that on Netflix, dude.
Oh my gosh,
that was crazy.
Hilarious. Yeah, that was something else.
They got all the tents set up, and then the night
guy's in prison now, right?
Yeah. You know what concerned me, though? I don't know if anybody's picked up on this. That same guy was the guy that came up with the metal debit card. I forgot what it was called, but now we have Crypto.com doing it. And I'm wondering if it's the same guy or they just took over. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
What a crazy show that was.
Yeah, it was crazy. I do want to talk about Crypto.com real quick. I'm not sure if anybody's realized it, but they made us change from MCO to CRO. And so if you had an MCO balance, you had to swap that over to CRO. And of course, that happened right when MCO started to pull up a little bit. So we could have done really well if you sold. But yeah. If you have crypto and you're one of those card holders, apparently you need to switch your MCO to CRO before the end of the term. So just FYI. What's up, Red Panda? Good morning to you. I think what time is it? His like 9 something.
I
think he's 2 hours. I don't know.
8:35.
2 hours or 3 hours? One of the two.
I think it's 3.
All right.
Yeah, 8:35.
I think. I bet I had a dream that you did an A10 giveaway and I won, and then Red Panda's like, I also had a dream where I didn't give it away. That's good stuff. It's one of the reasons why I love this community. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I like how Crypto Christopher Walken described it. You know, he said it was probably last year that we're a niche of a niche, you know, and so it's such a small little community. You know, you got the crypto is the top of the niche, and then you've got the miners, and then the traders kind of split a little bit. You know,
it is split. The traders are kind of their own genre, and the miners are their own genre, and I would like to. For example, I think in the crypto mining tournament, Mykel said he would love to have K-Dub. I would love to speak with K-Dub because I think as a trader, even if you're just full-blown trading and not mining at all, as a trader, you should be paying attention to what the miners are doing.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, you're going to miss out on opportunities. So if you pay attention to what the miners are doing as a trader, there might be some calls or puts that you can make.
It's a signal.
Right.
It's a signal.
Right.
that they should be watching. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you can't just go to whale alert and be like, okay, what? Because some of the miners aren't whales; they don't have that big of amount. But you know, when you get a big manufacturer that takes all of their Bitcoin and then sends it to an exchange to dump to pay for their usage and all that stuff, that might trigger the whale alert. But you know, there's a lot of miners that aren't gonna be classified as that are probably gonna dump or you know, try to take profits to pay for what they're using, right? So I know small miners like you and I, we may hang on to our crypto and let go of a bag here and there, but we don't dump all of it to pay the bill. Like, I don't sell my crypto to pay for my electricity. Sometimes I might have to. Like, I was thinking about dipping into it this month because financially I need to get some things right. And it didn't help that my son let the lawnmower grow in the pond. But you know, there's some things that need to get done around the house. But I thought to myself, I was like, okay, we're pulling back. What happens if we do go 12 or 13 or 14? Then, you know, this $100 may turn into 120 or 150 or whatever. The biggest thing is spreading the finances around. So you use it to upgrade, like I did with the cards, to try to optimize or make my system more efficient, which, if you haven't seen that video, basically my brother-in-law needed two 1070s. I had two 1070s. I sold him that, and at a $10 loss per card compared to market value because he's family. But then I was able to get two 1660 supers, so more efficient, less power draw, and could get roughly a 1070 performance depending on the algorithm, if not better. So gotta flip it.
Cool.
So 2 Bitcoin farmers stole 1.5 million in electricity in Bulgaria.
Always like stories like this because it's always like, you know, those kind of third world or lower, they just rip off the electric. I'm sure it happens here too. You know, it's not something that is exclusive to over there, but it's always funny to see these types of stories.
Yeah. I wish I think I talked about it. I don't know if I talked about it live, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to re-enter the discussion. But there is a way that I could somehow do something similar to this. Not in the amount that they did, something small. But I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit. So Bulgarian authorities have arrested 2 men for illegally siphoning off more than 1.5 million in electricity to operate 2 crypto mining farms, according to an August 14th report from Bulgaria Today. 2 men have been detained in connection with theft of 1.5 million in electricity used for mining Bitcoin in a small town of, good God, I don't know how to pronounce that, Kustendil. Representatives from the Oblast Directorate of the Ministry of Interior Affairs, Jesus, dude, get a better acronym, and CEZ, Electro Bulgaria, spoke at a news conference stating that the 2 Bulgarian nationals from Sofia, age 31 and 38, the age bracket's so right, were caught funneling power to their 2 illegal crypto mining farms for the past 3 to 6 months. However, evidence suggests that the mining equipment had been there for more than a year. Ooh.
Okay, so if it's 1.5 million in electricity,
can you imagine how much they earned?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's the...
All right,
if they aren't paying for it,
right?
And it was 1.5 million worth, and how much did they actually earn during that time? It's got to be.
I hope they were smart enough to get their wives or girlfriends or whoever, be like, baby, here's the keys. If something happens to me, take the keys, bail me out, whatever. Because that's what I do with my wife is, you know, make sure that she knows if something happens to me, this is how you access X, Y, and Z. Because that's funds that otherwise will be lost. So yeah, these guys did it right, except for the last 6 months.
He did it right.
It's not unique to Europe. Let's see here. Crypto miners in many countries have been attempted to siphon power from the network. Has become more aware of profitability of tokens. So, yeah, the largest thefts occurred in China in July 2019 when 22 suspects were arrested for reportedly being involved in illegal crypto mining farm using 3 million in stolen electricity. Jesus. Police confiscated 4,000 mining rigs at 9 different factories, and have once again arrested a 30-year-old. So something's wrong with our age group. Nah. That's funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Again, I would love to know how much it doesn't say like how much they earned during that time.
Right.
So they'll probably find out at some point, but.
And I'm going to put, like I said, towards the beginning of this video, for anybody new, I put these articles in the description as we go through them, because I don't want to put them in there if we weren't going to go through them.
I always say that, and I always forget to do it.
Well, I do it live. I just mute the tab and stuff. But
I'm really bad about that.
What's going on with the... So, who's mining what right now? In the chat, let's find out. So, I just want you, don't give me like a long story, as much as I love you guys. Post exactly what you're mining this very second. ETH, BTC, or RVN. All right, Dan to Dane. Of course it's Raven. Dan, you've been freaking giving us love.
He's exclusively Raven, which I can support.
Monroe.
I'm on NiceHash, especially on the shared rigs. On the other 2 rigs, I'll cycle them around, but for the shared purposes, it just makes more sense to just leave it on NiceHash and let it rock.
Are you trolling me right now?
Me?
No, Schick Diesel says Monroe. I wonder if he's responding to somebody. I was trying to look for a Monroe coin. It's probably not on Coin Market.
Oh, yeah,
Monero. Okay, I was like, what? All right. What? Monroe. Is there a Marilyn Monroe coin?
Yeah, Monero.
All right, so so we got Max Voltage is NiceHash, Ethereum Classic, Dan and Dane, of course, Raven, Schick Diesel, Monero, Dig Deep Miner is going towards Ethereum, and he's got 1.6 gigahashes. Good job.
Look at how decorrelated Chainlink is. It's been like this for quite some time. I mean, it was going... I like seeing that, though. I like that decorrelation.
Max Voltage says that his wife is sitting next to him and doesn't know how to access their bank accounts, but the kids could help her. As long as somebody in your family knows how to, access the crypto in case something happens to you. Because, they might need some bail money one day. Dad's against diapers. Well, right now, Red Panda needs all the diapers. I think he's got. I think he's good though. We don't need to send him more diapers. Chainlink is doing pretty good. Out of all the coins that are in the red, Chainlink is doing good. Oh man, look at USD coin on a tear. Cosmos, you know what? Cosmos, I started staking that using the ledger. And if you guys aren't aware, if you already are, using your crypto in some form or fashion, even though CoinMarketCap doesn't have every single coin, if you're not mining that coin anymore and you want to make more of it, just stake it. And there's various platforms. Yes, you can go centralized, but you can also go decentralized. For example, Cardano, everybody knows ADA. You can stake that. Algorand, you can stake that. Tezos, you can stake that. And Tezos, Crypto Mykel and the team from DCA Adventures was doing a show, and I can't remember what it was, but I told him, I was getting like 6.4% on my Tezos. I was like, whoa, where? I was like, Ledger. So Ledger not only protects you because it's a good wallet, it's offline. I know there was a breach as far as customer data. It wasn't a breach in your wallet, but as far as like your personal information, which would be like your email, name, and stuff like that. Nothing too severe like Equifax. But Ledger is a really secure way to store your crypto, which is what I would recommend. But you can also, as they continue to develop, they will bring in more coins with the capability of staking. Because right now, staking is the name of the game. Like, banks are getting jealous. Have you noticed that? Banks are getting jealous to where they're like, oh, well, we need to start offering, blah 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 APY on people holding their currency or coins or whatever fiat with us. So staking is what it's all about nowadays, and as the crypto market grows, we're gonna see more and more. So just be aware of that.
Yeah,
BitTrue actually.
Staking is one leg of the whole DeFi, ecosystem there. So
Right.
it's definitely one part of it.
Well, my buddy bought Litecoin at a silly point in time, and I told him, I was like, dude, if you're just gonna hodl, I'll put it somewhere to where you can stake and at least earn more of it while you're just sitting there. And I introduced him to both Celsius Network and Crypto.com. Now I advised him, this is not financial advice, but I told him, you should have been playing the game. You should have been, if you had all this Litecoin and it's way less than what you bought it at, you should have been short selling or something as it was going down. And then, set up an algo bot and just have it longing as you're going down. But he didn't do any, so he's just holding and counting the money as loss. And I figured staking it would give him something to make his money back.
I would say this about about staking though: make sure that you understand the difference between custodial and non-custodial staking, because you don't want to give your crypto, you don't want to turn your crypto over in the staking process to another entity that might not be able to be trusted. So make sure that you still are the one that control it. It's just being staked, non-custodially, I guess is the word. I don't know if that's right or not, but it sounds right.
So just FYI, this video right here, there's a little bit of a delay. Crypto Wendy O talked about it, and Dig Deep Miner brought it to my attention just now. She was talking about Polkadot and how Binance and Kraken listed the coin ahead of time. So there's new and there's old, and the new was only like $2 and some change, which Dig Deep Miner said he got it at $2 and now it's $3.86.
Yeah, the
old is 300,
yeah.
right? But if you have 100 of the new, you could get one of the old. And
so it's almost like a stock split.
Yeah.
Basically what it is.
But freaking Binance and Kraken listed it earlier, and it created some FUD. So it was an opportunity there for you to pick up some DOT at a lower price, like Dig Deep Miner, and then convert it. I didn't dive into it. If you haven't seen that video, check out Crypto Wendy O's recent video. She's pretty good. I don't personally know her more everybody else in the community does, but I've been keeping an eye on her content and checking it every now and then. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in the crypto space. Let's see if there's any scams going on today when you look up crypto. No? Not too bad.
No scams out there?
Not at the moment. I haven't seen too many. Those ads that used to play with like Elon and stuff? I haven't seen too many of those. I think they died down because we've been bugging YouTube and being like, why the heck are you blocking us when you should be blocking them? So hopefully it continues to die down. But
what about the Ethereum Classic attacks? I think you had
developers propose a plan to protect Ethereum Classic network from further attacks. All right, so Ethereum Classic Accelerator Ethereum Classic Labs announced a plan to protect the blockchain from further attacks. On August 19th, the organization proposed taking immediate action and implementing long-term changes to the network architecture over the next 3 to 6 months. The accelerator decided to focus their efforts on improving the network security after recent attacks on the blockchain. If you weren't aware, Crypto Mykel and I talked about this, I believe, a couple of weekends ago. It was the night before we went live that the Ethereum Classic network was under attack, and it was a 51% attack. Nobody, at the beginning, me and Mykel said it was a 51% attack, but there was nobody else was supporting that. They were just saying, oh, this one miner was offline for 12 hours and he just came on. It was an accident. I was like, no. 51% attack. Mykel was right on with that. So that happened, and then 4 days later, another one happened?
Yep. Back to back.
So the immediate measures proposed by Ethereum Classic include a defensive mining, cooperation with mining pools and miners to maintain a consistent hash rate and gain the ability to increase it when needed. A higher hash rate would render a 51% attack against the network more expensive to perform. And just to kind of take a look real quick.
So the way I understand that, like if you have so if you have a project like Ethereum Classic is pretty huge, right? So been around a long time, all that stuff. Well, the organizations behind it should have something in place, especially with their history, because they've been 51% attacked before, right? So this is like the third and fourth time?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they should have something in place that they're monitoring, and that's what this article is talking about. That they should have something in place that they're monitoring the hash rate plus value plus maybe those were the only two things. But anyway, so they're monitoring this thing so that in the case that it looks like they might be getting 51% attack, they can actually purchase their own hash power potentially, right, from wherever, nice hash or wherever, and actually outrun the attack. And that would actually make it way more expensive for the attacker to pull it off.
Yeah.
Right? Because if they can funnel some of their foundation funds, or I don't know what they have as far. I know that there's like Ethereum Classic Foundation and stuff, but they would have to pool that together to actually purchase that hash rate to front run the attacker. So it's all about, I guess it would be mostly about just the monitoring of it and making sure that if they see something like that happening, to actually do it and take action against it. So pretty cool.
I think the attack was on the first, and you can see that dip down, that huge dip down right there.
Yeah.
And then the second one, let's see here, first, second, third.
Probably right there.
Yeah, I think it was around in between these two. So the confidence of the community kind of dropped, but you know, Ethereum Classic Labs is trying to do stuff. So Ethereum Classic Labs also intends to deploy advanced network monitoring to identify anomalies affecting the Ethereum Classic and spikes in hash rate. Other short-term measures include collaboration with crypto exchanges on whitelisting addresses and setting safe transaction confirmation times, as well as deploying a finality arbitration system meant to inhibit chain reorganization. Long-term solutions proposed include increasing the resistance, which is what Savagemine was talking about, which would create checkpoints beyond which reorganization could not be achieved, and changing the new proof of work algorithm. And changing. Ooh.
Yeah, what? They've been talking about Crypto Mykel's in here. I think they've been talking about SHA-3.
Trying to move to SHA-3? I think Mykel mentioned something about that.
Long time there.
Mykel took a hiatus.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He's around.
Yeah, so this attack actually resulted in like 5.6 million, I believe, is what got yeah, right there it says resulted in 5.6 million being double spent. So I think the way it works, right, the attacker would send a transaction to an exchange to actually dump on the exchange to sell, while, how's that work? Would it be, yeah, it would be to sell while they're actually 51%ing attack on the other end, right?
Right.
Or on the other chain. I believe that's the way it works. I don't know. I'm not that on top of that, but
I know pretty much everybody in the chat, by the way, is more than likely sub to Savagemine and myself. But for all those watching this stream after the fact, I will put his page in the description if you want to check it out. We're getting ready here in 5 minutes to switch on over to Red Panda Mining, which I will bring up his page. So I would like to say that Red Panda Mining, like compared to a lot of people in the space, Mykel, I think, is the only one that's been around longer than my channel. My channel's been around since 2012, but I didn't really get into making content until late 2017 or mid 2017, something like that. But Red Panda and I were like this as far as subs, and then all of a sudden he was just left me. I was just like, man, don't leave me.
Where are you going?
But no, he's
the same thing to me.
Yeah.
I think I've subbed to him. I want to say that I was somewhere in the under 50 range. I want to say it was like number 40 or something like that I subbed to Red Panda. And I want to say that I had 600. It wasn't even that high. I think it was like 300 or something like that at the time. And yeah, he just blasted off. He just hit that algo. He knows how to work the algo a little bit.
Yeah.
He does really well with that.
He's very good at Russians too. The Russian bots. He likes those people. You can join him if you're not already joined. Subscribe to his channel. I'll put it in the live chat. But he's good peoples. And I appreciate his support and everybody else in this community support. I mean, Savage and I live close to each other. So great guy in person, off air and on air. And everybody else in the community are just down to earth people. And that's what I like to see and communicate with. If you guys, no matter who it is in the chat, become not a big fish, but we get a lot of influence and popularity, please don't forget the people who supported you. Show them some love, and I wish you the best in like your ventures and whatever it is. I spend most of my time working as a full-time employee, father, and husband. But when I have the availability to make YouTube videos, I will, to try to grow the channel and presence. Because I do have some good information. And sometimes it's more or less I'm just sharing what I got in my experience, and then you guys give me feedback, whether it's on Reddit, Twitter, or YouTube. And that's what I love about it. So I will also put Red Panda Mining's channel in the description as well for all those watching after the fact. But we're getting ready to jump over in just a minute. We're going to ride out to the last minute and do a raid on Red Panda Mining.
I would like to say that the cool thing about the crypto mining community compared to other aspects and other legs of the crypto space, it seems like there's a whole lot less drama, less infighting, less all that stuff on the crypto mining side as compared to like the trading side. It seems like the trading side is just pure chaos over there, right? I mean, people fighting all the time, and on the mining side, it's not like that. I really appreciate that, because I don't like drama and stuff. I hate that stuff. So.
Well, technical analysis is a very specialized thing, and some people are good and some people aren't, and so the people that aren't get rammed on or ranked on or whatever the hell you want to call it, and it's a learning experience. If they're new to YouTube and they're trying to grow their online presence, let them do their thing. And if you have a corrective action, or what I consider constructive criticism, which is what the gentleman did, I should give him a shout out about my video with the 1660 super mining. He was like, don't read to us, we can read. We want to see some information, right? So I plan on doing a follow-up video probably if I have the availability. But yeah, Chico and BitBoy, Chico and K-Dub from Crypto Zombie, like Chico doesn't hold anything back. He's
right.
He likes to tell it how it is and how he feels about it. But they do what they want. Mining, as far as mining, I want everybody to stick together and just help out. You got some constructive criticism, feel free to share it in a respectful manner, and then let the person, whoever you're advising, to do well. So let's see if this guy's going live yet. Oh, Red Panda is live, guys. Let's go ahead and jump on over to there. I will see you guys in the chat. Savagemine, I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you throughout the week in various streams and stuff like that. We might be going out to Mexico tonight if you want to come. I'll let you know. Do you have anything to say in closing?
No, man, that's it. I appreciate it. Thanks for the invite. Even though I wasn't your first, that's okay. That's okay.
Well, as the channel grows, I would like to have various people in the mining space. Red Panda, I would love to have you on, but I know you're busy. Mykel, it was great having you on. I'd like to have you on again. And Savage, you can come on. We'll schedule it out in advance and work, because I don't do this every Saturday. I only do it when I have availability, and I'll try to make it as often as possible. But you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button on the way out. And don't forget to check out Red Panda Mining as we switch on over there.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.